high school students. Welcome to Career Day. Now, I really appreciate the fact that you got up at 7 a.m. today to hear about different careers that you might be interested in. And I know you heard from the lady mortician, and there was the CPA at 9 o'clock, but don't make up your mind yet. What if I told you that you could make a living out of just talking? That's what I do. I'm a voiceover actor. And in fact, today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the field of voiceover. I'm also going to tell you what qualifications you might need to be an actor. And finally, I'm going to tell you about the field itself in terms of training. So we've got 3 things here, and I'm going to go over them quickly. Listen up. First, you might think voiceover acting is mainly, what, cartoons, children's cartoons? Or maybe video games? But there's so much else out there. 90% of vocal acting is actually speaking in a regular voice, not making up a cartoon character. And sure, you'll have different voices, but it would still be your voice. For example, if you're doing a commercial, something like, "Here at Rutgers Funeral Home, we care about you and your family." That's going to be a very different voice than you would use if you're saying, "Okay, come on now. There's only going to be four more cars on the lot. We got to get you down here now because those are going fast. Those are hot, hot, hot." Okay? Very different variations, but still your voice. Another thing to tell you about the field of voice acting is you're not going to get rich. Unless, of course, you get chosen to be on The Simpsons. There are the people that work for The Simpsons, who are probably pretty rich by now. Then there are a few people in voiceover acting who do things like games. And then there are the rest of us, who've chosen the field because it's fun, because we like it. So if you've got any interest in this field, another thing you need to know is you have to be prepared to be rejected. Are you okay with being rejected 49 times in your auditions so that the 50th time you can grab that opportunity? Knowing that that opportunity might be a 30-second commercial for Tilex that might be running overseas, and that each time that Tilex commercial runs, you could be making money. I'm making $50,000 off Tilex so far on a commercial. And it took me a half an hour to shoot. We just did a few takes, a little script analysis, and there we have it. So secondly, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the qualifications. You need a normal voice. You don't necessarily need one of those voices that you hear on the radio and go, "Oh my God, that guy should be a politician. What a beautiful voice." No, you need your voice, and then a lot of hard work and perseverance. Because any of you can vary your voice, and you can learn to do a lot of the things that we'll be talking about in the training section. So it's more important that you have persistence, you can take rejection well, and that you don't need buckets of money. One thing that helped me when I was getting into the field in terms of qualifications was I could live in my mom's basement. Another thing that helped me is I didn't have a lot of school loans because I didn't get a higher education. But I knew I wanted to go into voiceover. And after only 20, 30 years, here I am. You know, I'm paying my rent. It's shared with 5 roommates, but when I go to work in the morning, which is my studio at home, I love it. And I can wear whatever I want, and I'm just feeling really good about my choice of career. So now that you've thought about it a little bit, and you've compared this to being a mortician or a CPA, do you think Nancy, can you commit to being a voiceover actor?
Okay, yes.
Oh, good, okay. How about you, Bill? You're on board?
Okay, fine.
Okay. Okay, now all we need is that you take a few classes. And I went to Voice Tracks, which happens to be one of the best. They're here in Sausalito, and they've been around for 25 years. Matt, could you afford the low price of, say, $400 for 4 sessions? What do you think?
Sure, sounds cheap.
Sure, you could find that somewhere, right?
Yes.
Paper route, maybe? What do you think? Allie, how about you? Could you find it? Okay. So you take some classes, the more classes, the better your chances are going to be. And you're able to then speak to the professionals in the field, the people teaching these classes, and ask them questions like, hey, what if I make a popping sound when I'm talking into the microphone? How do I stop making that mouth sound with my mouth? Or if I'm walking around, why can't I pick up my voice as well? Or should I do it at home, or should I go into the studio to read the scripts? And most importantly, they teach you things like script analysis. What if I told you, Moira, you need to be a piece of fruit in a jam jar, and you got to talk like a piece of fruit and have an interesting voice? Would you be able to analyze that script and dig into it and become the fruit?
Blueberry?
Yeah, you get to be the blueberry. Okay? See what I mean? So it's fun. It's a really fun career. It's something that anybody could do if they commit to it, they put the time into it, they take the classes, they develop guess what? A demo. That's another thing they'll train you to do. You cut a demo, which is like a lying resume. It's like the commercials and the characters and the jobs that you would have had if you'd gotten every job you applied for. And then you take just the top 5 and you cut those perfectly edited back to back so that when you send this in, you send it in as an attachment on an email, or you send it in on a CD if you want to do a little cover art. They will actually look at you and completely differently because they'll know what you're capable of. They'll know what the polished Donna Reed sounds like. So, are we ready? Are we on board?
Yeah.
Ready to become voiceover actors? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so let's wrap it up. I'm going to give you all a $25 coupon towards your first class. And I look forward to seeing you all and seeing the success of your careers. Thank you again for having me here today.